Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Overwatch Bot League World Finals. This is Season 2, Day 3. Definitely wasn't a break or anything. Uh, been doing this pretty continuously, I think. Yeah, we are here at Day 3. Take a look at the bracket here. Gonna be jumping right into Freaks versus Skycode. Any thoughts on this matchup, Vegas?
It's been too long to remember if I would have had any.
Yeah.
I mean, not that we've really seen it play yet.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing super interesting about Skyco, but Freaks has a few players we saw last season. We got Tyler from Elite Ballet, Oxford from Starbright, and then Clockwork from Hobo Sapiens. So a few familiar players there. Tyler especially, I think, was definitely one to watch. Um, but yeah, if you aren't familiar, the Overwatch Bot League is a bots only tournament. We're just using the base bots from the game and having them fight each other. That's pretty much it. Um, so yeah, let's get right into it. First map is gonna be King's Row. This was Skycode's pick. Um, yeah, I'm curious to see how this goes.
Initiating match.
Uh, yeah, so King's Row. I mean, classic one to start on, right? Pretty famous.
Had some serious games in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Blue especially being known for setting the trend of making this have so many like close games right up to the end. Looks like we're seeing a Ryan Sigma from Skycode. Um, and then Winston Zarya from Freaks. Very interesting.
Right? Right?
I
Kind of,
completely forgot that we were doing 6v6 for season 2.
yeah. Yeah, I think the extra tank adds an interesting dynamic to it. Um, especially, I mean,
Especially something like Winston Zarya. That is gonna be. Ooh, that's gonna be a lot of charge very quick, I expect.
yeah. Yeah, it's super strong there. I'm kind of questioning the Sigma Rhine. I feel like a poke with the brawl is a little weird, but maybe they'll work it out.
Only
Here we
thing
go.
I can think of is coordinating your cooldowns very well. But
Yeah.
currently, Sigma standing in front of Reinfield.
And
It's
Hazza
not looking
almost goes
great.
down. Able to get out of
Reinhardt
there
though
real
as well
quick.
here.
EMP going for a charge, misses it though. And looks like it's
Oh,
going in favor of Skycode. Yeah. Bit of a back
poor
and
time.
forth there at the beginning, but they tightened it up there. I mean, despite the Sigma, I think the defense there for Skyco was pretty good. Getting the pen onto Hazza and forcing him out of the way early was very nice.
Very unorthodox, but ultimately effective Maywall we saw as well.
Yeah.
Kind of just gave Reinhardt just enough space to just dink at him. They can't really do much while stuck there. And there's another pin on
There's
Hazza.
another beautiful pin from EMP.
What a lineup. Easy peasy. Clean up.
Tyler being forced to recall. Looks like he's going to go back and regroup with his team. Yeah, rough start here for Freaks. Just struggling to not get pinned out early, essentially losing a tank at the beginning of a fight. I think Seer can be a bit more less selfish with these bubbles.
Definitely.
And there we go.
There's one.
There's one onto Hazza.
Would have
A
guessed.
lot of charge there. Ragdoll goes down.
No.
Immortality Field comes out early.
Yeah,
But, oh, there's the shatter. Huge shatter.
That's not. What? I don't. Did it hit anything?
I thought I got at least one, but there's Deadeye gets Seer. And they hold. Wow, that was. It looks like at first it looked like it was going towards Freaks, but I think it was that shatter that probably hit someone.
Possibly. Possibly.
There we go. Has a diving right in there, pops bubble early. Almost up to that primal. Is he going to use it? He uses it to stay alive, and Beat comes out in response.
Oh! Very well timed there.
Window comes out as well. Kitsune, everything's going out. Here comes the grab.
Yep. Hold nothing back here. Seeing people picked out like
Blizzard.
crazy right now. They're gonna take by the look of it.
Yeah. Big ult fight. Almost everything used from both sides there. I mean, I think forcing Beat early with Primal was really smart. That they had nothing to respond to when the grab came out. And that's gonna be 3 minutes and 20 seconds for Freaks.
Stop the payload.
And now they're just gonna stand there.
Just gonna kind of AFK on card a bit. Skyco's gonna take advantage of this, try and go for a flank around. Very ambitious charge from EMP. He's all by himself here. Oh, here comes the
Ragdoll's
Gravitic
feeding in
Flux.
Stigma to hit a good ult, hopefully. Has a low now.
Forces Oxford back into spawn room. Interrupt just sort of watching him here.
Okay.
Really brawly fight, but it does look like Skycode is going to come out on top. Clockwork does get whiffed, though. Nice shot. Seer being forced back to the first spawn. Sort of in an awkward spot here. Grabs the mini, but in the enemy team's backline as the rest of this team comes out. Oh, here's the Deadeye. Picks up one. There's another.
And Clockwork out.
Opera gonna die for that, but might have been a worthy trade. And there goes Zombardier. Oh, bit of an ambitious grab on the Lucio, but
I would do the same. Not because I'm good at Zarya, but because it's hilarious.
it is very funny. They're all just gonna kind of sit on cart. They got the nano in reserves.
But for
Nope.
how long?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have much that can counter it currently. So they could just pop it out the gate here.
Yeah, they might use it right away and just use the momentum that they have. Here comes the... Ooh, Clockwork gets pinned really early. Oxford
Right.
holding on to the nano. EMP's low. Immortality Field comes out. Seer caught by himself. Just gonna force Freaks back. Really
Tyler in.
good trigger discipline there from Oxford. Not using the nano after they lost the fight. And Skycode aren't going to take much space with this. They're just going to kind of sit around the corner, it looks like. Maybe we'll see, yeah, Interrupt goes
Solid
up, gets
sleep.
slept. Yeah. Immediately
by the
antied as
anti
well.
board.
Now they're on the retreat. Oxford goes way too far in. They force block out. Freak's going to just have to play this neutral. Yeah, there goes Seer. 40 seconds left. Still only a nano, maybe getting a primal here soon. 10-man going
Light
for
is
Opera.
solid hold.
Oh, and he gets staggered. Got Window, Beat, and Blizzard Shatter as well coming up for response. This is going to be a really tough one.
And there's Blizzard just
There's Blizzard just to
Doesn't
spy
fit.
check or something. There's Blizzard. Okay, looks like they're going to go for a flank. They're going to have to be very fast, though. Oh, and Hazza gets pinned. Hazza making his way to
But
point.
to get out of it alive. He pulls back.
There's
He's
a
hit by the
shatter. Big
right at the
shatter.
end there. Follow up with the pin.
Yeah.
10-man
10-man.
still manages to get the pick out.
He gets a big, but doesn't
Always
touch
up for
cart.
picking.
Just didn't get a chance to use their ultimates. Beat Shatter right away. Denied the primal. I mean, pretty good first push. They did break the spawn hold, but only got about halfway through second point. Not the best, but we'll see how they do on defense. I don't know if they'll stick Winston's R for defense. I feel like they would be better with something like a Reinhardt instead of the Winston.
Yeah. Especially if you can keep hitting pins like that last game.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ready for battle.
Those are beautiful pins from EMP. And looks like comps are staying the same. They all both seem pretty confident.
Yeah, Winston will definitely be more useful here than Zarya, not gonna lie. As if you are gonna be stuck defending around a corner, either play Reinhardt, hold the corner, play Winston, jump over the corner.
Right, yeah, and especially with the Zarya bubble to get you out. A lot of sustain here for Skycode, though. You know, you got the Reinhardt and Sigma,
Yeah.
along with, like, you know, May
Bap and
Baptiste.
Vuln is gonna be nasty.
Seems to be a very large cooldown that these teams have been playing around in the bot league. Here we go. Gonna be a bit of a fast attack for Skycode because I got the Lucio. Some pre-game spinnies from EMP. And here we go. They're gonna play around statue, gonna go into hotel instead. Not gonna try and rush down main. And Tyler already takes out Ragdoll. That's huge.
Solid, on point. We're both supports down.
And
Absolutely
what a attack.
swept up. Wow.
Just first team fight, complete wipe. Yeah, that is huge. Tyler there got 3. Very, very impressive. Especially
But, I
for
mean,
a bot.
That's why he was allowed back.
Yeah.
He had some skills to pay the bills.
Sleek comes out from Oxford very early. Gonna let EMP push for free here.
Man. Whereas Winston was just a bit more focused on the back line and trying to get through the shield.
Ooh, nice
And
dashes there from Tyler or Tim Man. DPS on what's it called? Freaks looking very strong today. And they did get the Winston, but he's probably gonna get back around the same time, so unless they play this with Amp, I think they're gonna gonna get there actually slightly early. EMP's anti though, all by himself, and there's the
EMP
stick. Beautiful stick. This fight again.
Another clean sweep. At the very least,
Yeah,
Sigma is allowed to back off.
yeah, interrupt just sort of poking.
And then
here.
he comes
Ooh,
back.
gets pushed down. Not a great play. But there's the blade. Huge blade.
All right. What's the method? What's the strat here?
He goes in right to spawn, dashes through a pin. What the heck? And not
Well,
the best use of blade. Not sure about that. They got the shatter here to play off of. Got to break bubble first. Oh, solo shatter onto the Suzu. Oh no. Here comes a Deadeye from Opera.
I could be lethal here.
Ooh,
as always,
360 on the
everyone
Seer.
back.
And that's just gonna let them get 2 ticks. Maybe they get 3. Clockwork all by himself here. TP's away. Tyler doesn't go for the touch.
Tyler?
Tyler doesn't do anything. Here comes the Blizzard.
Tyler!
Okay. See, Hazard goes for a bit of peeking there. Gets EMP low. Looks like Tyler is there's the beat. Beat engage into Hazza. And there we go. Hazza goes down. This is a really big advantage right now. 10 man all by himself, trying to 1v5. It goes down. Tyler still having some technical issues. Looks like he's been.
Oh,
there we go.
There we go.
Dueling Ragdoll. Can he win the duel? Oh, Immortality Field comes out. Oh, then he goes down. And this this is final fight territory here for Freaks. They were so strong on defense, but or on the first point, sorry. And look, they aren't even gonna get a touch. Yeah. Completely unexpected. Skycode breaks the full hold on spawn. And Freaks doesn't even get a recontest. Very nice there from Skycode. I mean, despite some questionable ultimate uses, I think the main issue there was just Tyler was stuck. He blinked in behind a table and just didn't get out, so they couldn't get a full regroup. So yeah, interesting game there.
Totally. That's the only reason.
Any thoughts about that one?
Uh, I'd definitely say clumps weren't ideal. We'll say Hessa probably should have switched at least
Yeah,
after they kept, as he was struggling a lot once they were corner.
yeah, I feel like yeah, that was Winston is just not amazing on King's Row. I think if we had seen like, obviously Devo would be ideal, but like I think Ryan's gonna be a lot stronger, especially with the Zarya, because he wasn't utilizing his mobility much. So that was probably another part of it, like didn't use his mobility to get back quicker.
Yeah,
Um
which is very odd quirk. The
yeah,
bots is they treat mobility like a combat ability.
right, yeah. It's super weird. And they also like to melee a lot. Which it kind of works out for Winston, but most other
Yeah.
characters it does not.
What about Reinhardt?
True, yeah. Always
I
works
don't
on
know.
Reinhardt.
It doesn't seem like the best idea on Reinhardt. Kind of suboptimal, you know. He has
Yeah,
he has better attacks.
right. You just gotta press E a lot, then you win. But looks like our next map is Havana, which is interesting pick. This is from Freaks. So probably wanting to play more like dive map, which this is not. But maybe they're gonna utilize the Zarya here a bit more. Play around corners, just especially second point. I think is gonna be better for the Zarya Winston. But they are on attack first. See
Can we
what
get
they
a Sigma?
pull out with.
Can
A
we get a
Sigma?
Sigma?
Can we get a Sigma? We do. We do get a Sigma from Skycode on. I mean, Sigma defense, sure, classic.
And
Looks,
it's better than on attack, at least.
yeah.
But up against Ramzar,
Yeah, this is gonna be super rough for Sigma. The Orisa's gonna be able to resist that CC a bit more, but super pokey here from Skycode, which makes sense for Havana. Looks like we got a bit of a mix of dive brawl. More on the brawl side here from Freaks.
which of course makes sense, considering almost always this is just gonna be a full hold.
Yeah,
Especially
we'll hopefully with their newfound intelligence about ults, they can not get full hold, but full held. Hansa going right in here, immediately uses brawl form just to try and
There's Suzu out, rough, very early for that. Yeah, it just utterly wiped.
yeah, no full hold
Okay,
here.
yep. Kinetic grasp the beam, classic.
Freaks looking strong here so far. Yeah, that was a really good first fight. I mean, as you said, we always see full holds on this map, but not today it looks like. I think the only team to ever not get full held here was Blue.
Yeah.
And looks like recontest around the corner. Skycode going straight in with EMP. There's Javelin's been forced really early here. It's gonna try and brawl out Haz on the Ram, but gets the Zarya bow. Ooh, double bubble on the tanks. Not a lot you can do about that.
EMP out. Interrupt is shredded. And
There we go.
It's just stuck.
Yeah, Zombardier all the way in the back. Tries to maybe get a pick, but his aim is not great. And that's gonna be first point very quickly. For Freaks, gonna be 5 minutes. 5 minutes first second, which is probably gonna be the hardest one. Not a lot of mobility for either sides, but with the poke, you're able to play around like the height more.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. Sigma up on the balcony can be lethal.
Yeah. Of course they're just gonna run it down main.
Run on top point. That's yeah, that works too. Right. Looking like another lost team fight already. You've got supports down, you've got a tank down.
Yeah. And there's the beat as well. Just to ensure. It's a little like a victory beat, you know? Like you won the fight.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, usually you do that when you won the game.
you're
I
right,
appreciate the
yeah.
effort, little butt.
He's got the right idea. And here's Annihilation as well.
We used no oats on the team fight moment.
Bit of an ambitious one. Oh, EMP immediately slept here. Pinman going right in with the blade.
Could we?
Huge blade. Gets one. There's two.
Could
Oh,
we see them actually kill someone with it?
EMP
No?
messes
Okay.
up the Terra. We get Nano onto Tin Man, but the blade's already over. They attempted the Nano blade. They attempted it.
Yeah, this is.
And there's a grab just for fun. Oh, looks like they're gonna bully Opera a bit. 5 minutes for next point. Not looking amazing here for
Yeah.
Skycode. They're really struggling on this map. Oxford is
Again,
looking for
I
always
do
sleep.
not think the comp is the move.
Yeah, Sigma in general just isn't good for bots. 6 stack on cart. Team Skycode's a bit split right now. They're gonna have to play back until the rest of their team comes. Ooh, Oxford.
Or-
Ooh, nice burst down on Oxford. The EMP's got to play careful. They're
And
still
on
down
out, you
to.
have no antis to deal with. EMP's just gonna kind of stand there and not
Here
die
comes
because they're
Dragon
not
Rush.
easy peasy.
Ooh, Dragon goes right into his spawn. That's crazy. But Seer's gonna be forced
They're
back.
just gonna stand behind tower. Tin Man holds on to the ledge there. Manages to back off with dash. Runs right into Ragdoll.
Ooh, bit of a risky stagger for interrupts. He cannot. Oxford gets.
Regardless,
Right
it
up in
is a
their
pincer
faces.
maneuver here.
Yeah. Team comes back from spawn. Yeah, really. Yeah, Skycode messed up the stagger there. They just waited a bit too long. Interrupt has to back off. Force cooldowns, and then the rest of the team comes back. So we're looking. 1, maybe 2 more fights. Knowing the bots, this is probably final fight. But they have the damage window. That's about all they have, honestly. Maybe you can build up to another Terra Graphitic Flux. Ooh, nice javelin there on the Seer.
One out.
As it goes in, here's a Terra. Oh, beat response.
Oh,
Very
that
nice beat.
counter beat was perfect.
As it's forced back here.
What is it? What? Oh, hold up. Hold up. What?
Tin Man.
Bastion and Genji were just kind of stuck in the door frame there.
Oh,
Melee
what a
each other.
blade!
Yo!
He just stares
Actually,
interrupt down.
He got a kill with his blade!
And here comes
Finally.
Haza with the Annihilation. Gets whisked. Oh my goodness. What a play. And now EMP all by himself here in the corner. Tries to go in.
He's
He's
at the
just
very least
immediately
trying to
punched.
contest.
And that's going to be... Oh, can Interrupt get a final
I don't
touch
know.
here?
It could be.
He's got to be careful. He's got to be quick. Oh, he just...
Oh.
Too late. Didn't even get CC'd. He just paused. And that's round 1. I mean, Skycode definitely had their moments at the end, but Freaks is looking much stronger, much better ability usage. Despite, you know, kind of throwing away Beat and Annihilation in the middle of second. But
Which really shows that they're cocky about
yeah,
how
they're
good they are.
yeah, they're feeling. I mean, they lost last map, but they're still feeling confident, so that's good. Yeah, I think the Sigma's gonna be a bit rough here. I really don't believe in the Sigma.
Yeah. Historically, just unless you are Don Pablo himself, you are losing with Sigma.
Yeah. Yeah, it just doesn't work well with the bots. He doesn't play his range, and it's just overall not amazing. But we're seeing Ram swap here for Interrupt. I think that's smart. The Ram is pretty good on this map.
Seeing Ram v Ram, that's always entertaining. However, you'll notice from the support side that I don't think Lucio is going to keep up aside from the speed boost.
Yeah, this is Lucio on
Baptiste in
defense.
theory is just so much more.
Yeah, a lot more sustain, especially now they've got the Ram. Gonna be able to just brawl out these fights much longer. And here we go. We'll see if they can win the first fight. EMP just going right in there. Gold gets used immediately. Opera goes down like clockwork, and Hazard nearly dies. Jeez. And the back interrupts, trying to brawl out the squishies. Oxford goes down. Seer is very low. But interrupt doesn't have. Oh, it doesn't have Nemesis.
He
Isn't able to
survived
survive.
longer than expected.
Yeah. So far, it looks like
Oh,
Freaks
it's
are
a whole
holding, but
low health. Where's the
Seer
support?
is low. It's just Tin Man and Tyler.
DPS versus DPS. Oh no. And that, yeah, now it's over.
There we go.
Almost got EMP though.
Yeah.
With the
EMP stayed
Bastion
alive.
deflect.
Yeah, looking pretty good for Sky Code. I mean, they didn't completely roll first fight. They kind of
Yeah. All things considered, they at least got killed.
yeah. I mean, we're seeing looks like no longer having the season 1 curse of being full held on Havana. We see Nemesis come out
And-
immediately from Hazza, just going straight for EMP this
Oh.
time.
Yeah, EMP gets out Immortality and Suzu for their team just to keep them alive. Interrupt square on point, absolutely feeding on the DPS. And Tyler's so disconnected from his team. He's
Yeah.
better off even backing off to the enemy spawn to survive that.
Does catch spawn wave, but they're not going to get another touch. That's going to be first point with just under 5 minutes.
They did get the previous spawn though, so that's
Yeah.
very fast.
Yeah, they're immediately going to be a team fight here on Cart. There goes the shield. Tyler going straight in. They're trying to get EMP, but here comes the Terra.
Ooh,
Nothing to respond with. There's 3.
huge, huge.
There we go.
The triple Terra, triple Nemesis, clean sweep from the tank.
Yeah. A very nice use of ultimate there. Breeze just had nothing. They didn't have the beat ready, so they can't really do much against that. And gonna be another fight. Again, really quick fights because of that first forest spawn. They're probably gonna get maybe 3 fights here. Comes the Bastion form. Oh, here comes the Bastion ult.
Again, I really think the weakness is the support up against something like this.
Yeah. Here comes Overclock.
Bam.
Annihilation comes out in
I
response.
turned it around though. No, it did not turn it around.
Yeah, I mean, got one with the Overclock, but unfortunately the Ram shield. And here comes Dragon.
Oh, nothing!
A backwards,
What a legend!
backwards Dragon? I don't know where that went.
He just really hates the,
He
the
really hates
glass
them.
building.
Yeah. Alright. And that's gonna be checkpoint. Yeah. Checkpoint, but immediate fight again. Hazza has the Annihilation. He's gonna use it right away. And here comes Beat as well to help sustain through it.
Oh, there's Blade.
Big Blade.
With the beat, that can get very aggressive very fast. But instead, Annihilation gets some kicks out of it.
Yeah, Annihilation just really playing up most of those. I mean, huge AoE damage. Picking up all the DPS that Tin Man did. And they're just gonna spawn hold. Got the nice hard reset, but they did have to use 2 or 3 ults actually for that.
Come on,
And
Clockwork, we believe
nice
in you.
flank here. Here comes the rush out of spawn.
Right.
Nano onto Tin Man.
Kitsune
Oh,
Rush
Big grab.
could assist quite a lot here. Especially with the Ramatra, just due to his pure poke damage, even if you're not using Nemesis.
Yeah. Oh, Terra's a
Oh, yeah,
bit
just-
late.
Just Nemesis to chill on point, do a bit of aura farming.
Alright. A lot of team fights here really slowing down Skycode's push. Even if they have only won once, this is definitely going to be a slower time if Freaks keeps this up. But probably going to be a dry fight. I mean, you have the damage window, I suppose. And there it is.
Which
There's
of course
damage
comes
window.
out. And with Ram on Nemesis, that could get some lots of kills!
Yeah, a lot of kills.
And then of course,
And the annihilation just to
Another
finish off Tin
annihilation
Man.
just to clean up.
Yeah. Pretty good so far. Approaching final fight territory here. Only one ult for Skycode. It's going to be Dragon. Nothing at all. Nothing really even close for Freaks.
Yeah.
Grav didn't really get much value. Nano didn't get much value, so it's gonna be a pretty dry fight. Oh, but EMP is antied. EMP goes down. Oh, that's huge. Now they can full commit to this fight. Interrupts also very low. Oh, here comes the Bastion ult. Oh, Dragon goes straight down the middle. That is a big dragon.
Actual good dragon. We don't see those a lot.
Yeah, a lot of damage.
Man.
Kind of splits the team there, but unfortunately,
There.
just a bit too late. But yeah, I like the dragon there. That was good. And EMP is cut by himself below. Probably gonna try and trade with Oxford at least, but Tyler is just gonna bully him. Wait, EMP survives. Oh, he's in the back line.
He could get a rotate off at the very least. Back to point. He's gonna die though. He has no support.
Overclock probably a bit overkill, and Annihilation comes out.
And of course, that's how you play optimal Annihilation, in my professional opinion.
Ooh, Opera trades with Tin Man. And Seer is looking very low. Dives a bit too deep there. A lot of just little fights happening on the side. Opera's caught out. Here comes the beat just to be safe.
Tyler is 45-8 right now.
Oh yeah, we can see stats now. I forgot.
Yeah, that is so fun. But I mean, really tells you who's the the odd man out on this otherwise quite newbie team in comparison.
Yeah. Okay, Tin Man uses Blade to scare him off. Coming up on a Nano here, actually. Tyler is being really aggressive here. Gonna have to use Slide to get out, but EMP.
Ooh, wasted Suzu there as well.
Here comes Kitsune Rush from
What
Skycode.
is that Kitsune Rush placement?
Little, Oh, here comes a turret. That's gonna be big. Oh,
If
full charge to kill Haza. Oh, grab his
I just thought he could face tank it.
EMP gonna walk past it.
No way. Tin Man fell off the map.
And that's gonna be 30 seconds. But I think we already know. Unless Haza's gotta rush straight to the point, but he's been focused down so fast. And
don't stagger, kid.
Oh, there's a touch from Oxford. He gets the bubble to survive. The Artie. Clockwork gets the Nano. Boostio's out.
It is so close.
Oh, yay, Jackson's! Seriously, Tin Man's the only one left on point.
To be doing this.
He walks off point. Oh my god.
Tyler, you're better than that.
Oh my goodness. Is that the first bot league Ajax?
Probably not, but that's the first I can think of.
At least it was a very noticeable one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was... I mean, Freaks, again, it seems like both teams kind of got rolled through first and second, but third. A lot of team fights. I think the turning point was winning that team fight right after second checkpoint. And that just made it so that all the third point, that long stretch, was just drawn out as long as possible for Freaks. So because of that, they got so many more fights than they should have, and a lot of especially over bridge, there were a lot of just little 1v1s that were going on. And I think honestly, Freaks could have, if they gotten the beat off, I think they would have full held on third. But unfortunately, we had a bit of an Ajax. But 1 minute versus 3, definitely in Freaks' favor here. Just gonna have to make sure they don't get rolled on this first point. I mean, here, looking at the stats, yeah, this is super interesting. Definitely big disparity in healing. Oxford not having nearly as much healing stats. But
surprisingly, they're on them. Significantly less heals.
Yeah.
Can't check personal stats, so we can't see EMPs or anything, but
Oxford, yeah, all the way in the back there. EMP's low. Gets the Suzu to stay alive. Gonna keep pushing. Haza has no nemesis. Tin Man's challenging Zombardier.
Trying to dodge around the point a bit here. It's looking good.
Yeah, really nice
Wow.
fight. Kind of looked like it was going to go for Freaks there, but 30 seconds to push this cart. Probably going to get around the second corner, but
Maybe not even.
maybe not even. Haz is just running straight in.
Yeah.
He does not have the
He
support
doesn't
for this, so
care.
he's got to be
Ram
careful.
rush,
Oh,
ram rush.
Clockwork goes down.
And he
Haz is
doesn't have
forced in the
support.
room. Yeah, he's all by himself. He's just trying to buy time,
Oh,
but it doesn't
Anna
last
comes in.
long.
there's a bubble out. There's Anna out. And yeah,
Sears
not
forced
even
into
the
the
first
back.
corner.
Oh, but they C9.
Brilliant.
There was a complete flip there. You could see Skycode went up, Seer went around back. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they could have gone so much longer. They had that team fight in the bag, but unfortunately, 3 minutes to push, like, what, 30 meters? This seems pretty doable for Freaks. Maybe we'll see something crazy, but they basically
Just gotta
can't lose a
push,
team
like-
fight.
Just push like 13 meters every minute. Sounds
Yeah,
like a pretty
easy.
manageable workload to me.
Yeah, easy peasy. And no comp changes, I don't think? No comp changes. I think that the Ram v Ram is super interesting.
Always, yeah.
Probably one of the most interesting characters besides Ryan to watch in Bot League.
And if not for the ridiculous support healing capability differential, they
Yeah.
could last a while.
Yeah. I mean, already pretty close. This is... I mean, first time in a while we've had a match this close. I probably would have gone
Is
on
that
longer,
it?
too. But yeah, I think, yeah, you could definitely see that Da'Ana's just not getting the healing out. Oxford is really struggling, despite having similar deaths to the other supports on the enemy team. But here we go. Vortex to start. Hazard gonna go straight in. See Bubble. Clockwork goes down to Opera immediately. Tyler is next
Yep.
to fall.
Yeah.
Oxford also taken
Oxford,
out.
again, just kind of pincer maneuvered there.
Hazard, is he gonna reset or just go for spawn? He gets taken out by Zombardier. And
They
first fight, looking good. Here we go.
with 3
10 man.
minutes.
10 men going huge, flank
You
around the
win
back
like
there.
one team fight, guys. Come on. Clockwork goes down there.
Oh, Hazard picks up
Miss
two.
Bregdon. Ooh. This is a very strong set
Yeah.
of trades right now.
Really, oh,
But there's Hazza. That's huge. But EMP and Opera go down.
oh,
No.
it's just interrupt on the point.
What
It's
a
just interrupt
comeback.
on the stall. Seer kind of comes out of nowhere, picks up three. And
What a move.
yeah, that's probably going to be game. I don't see them touching right now because they're not even walking to point. And there we go.
Even if they don't, I mean,
Yeah,
ults
Seer
will
going up
come
ahead.
soon enough.
And there we go. 1-1. Pretty good so far, I will say. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty back and forth. I think the Ram swap evened it up a lot. I would have been curious to see what would happen if they started with Ram. But yeah, any thoughts on that?
Of course, Sigma, not the move. Very interesting with the ults again. Like the dragons were immeasurably hit or miss,
Yeah.
and the Kitsune rush was so goofy at the end of the bridge. You know, wrong
Yeah.
way. 90 degrees off.
Yeah, really, like, I think just the ult, because I don't know if any viewers have noticed, but we did change we added code to make sure they use their ultimates, because if you watched Season 1, there were a lot of times they could have won fights if they just used ults, and they didn't. So really interesting to see the effects of having them use their ults more. Definitely looks like it's making closer games.
And more visually appealing games, just
Yeah.
having something happening,
Yeah, not as
even
many
if that
dry
something
fights.
is immeasurably stupid.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the dragon will I don't know. I can't come up with an
No,
excuse for that. But the other dragon behind bridge was really good, even if it didn't get any kills.
yeah.
But we are heading into Lijiang Tower 1-1. This is Skycode's pick, so I'm curious to see what they pull out with.
So far, it has been very back and forth across
Yeah.
the maps.
Yeah, this has
Those
been
little
super
bases on
close.
mid always been like on the point.
What is it?
I haven't noticed until now. There's little vases on stools.
Oh yeah, you're right. I've never noticed that either.
Interesting.
This is base gaming. Looks like we're seeing Ryan Ram for Skycode and Ram Winston for Freaks. Freaks really? I mean, seems like they like playing the Winston.
Hello.
This time we're seeing Seer on it instead of Hazard though.
I mean, again, Diva probably the better choice, but
Yeah.
Winston can at least work here. You're less likely to get E killed.
And Lucio
And
gonna
there is a Lucio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
gonna make it so that Skycode takes point first. Oh, EMP messes up
Ooh.
his charge. That's not amazing for them. Hazard though, getting focused
But,
down.
oh, the DPS is ridiculous
Point
here.
blank pin. Tin Man
Look at
walks
the
into it.
brawl. That is ridiculous.
There we go. Yeah, that was very fast first point here. Going for Skycode. Again, the teams are picking maps that play to their strengths. This is working pretty
the
well.
Rhine Ram comp is diabolical.
Yeah.
Just like the brawl DPS, you just pop Nemesis, you just swing your hammer a few times, entire team dies.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, despite Winston technically being the better pick here, just the Vortex is stopping him so quickly, and then he gets killed by the Rhine. But, oh,
There's a
there
pin.
goes Rhine! Oh, EMP!
Everyone goes flying.
It's like backline trade here. Yeah,
It
EMP
is
goes down.
right.
So does
And
Clockwork.
then everyone's low. You got Invuln out on the door by the point. I mean, yikes.
Hazard
So
just
it's
dying
gonna
on
go
point.
down.
Almost 50% here for Sky. What is Tin Man doing?
He believes. You believe.
I believe he is dead. EMP is back now. Random shatter.
That's the move.
I
That's
think.
what they don't want you to know.
Yeah. Might need to be doing some adjustments to the code, but here we go. Looks like, yeah, Freaks are splitting up. They're gonna try and do a bit of a pincer here. Has a rushing straight in, big
utilizing
anti.
having two
Oh.
tanks.
Has a
Issue
very
is
nice
almost
charge.
the sportsman with them.
Yeah. So now gonna be a 5v6 here. Tin Man gets hit by the Vortex. EMP
Ooh.
takes Haz out. And this just cleanup. That's gonna be first point for Skycode.
Rough.
Yeah,
Are we
pretty
gonna see
decisive.
a damage window?
Big damage
Please?
window.
Damage window?
Oh, EMP, nice charge off point there. Yeah. Skycode looking pretty strong here. They're just brawling better. That's only way to put it.
Yeah. Hazard's Winston, admittedly, just getting way too close to a comp like that.
Yeah. Going to night market now. We'll see if there's any adjust. Yeah, we're seeing Roadhog and Baptiste swapped onto Freaks. Interesting picks. I mean, we see Roadhog occasionally, and his mileage varies a lot.
Yeah, but this is a modest comp to try it out on. Because purely by DPS and sustain in a 1v1, he wins against air tanks.
Yeah.
But that does not account for the rest of the team. They don't have an honor.
Oh.
That's good.
Luckily, Hazard got the Nemesis out. Oh, yeah, there's the hook. Makes it so the lamp does nothing. And now... Oh, they trade though.
EMP
Bombardier.
instantly obliterated. I mean,
Like,
Reinhardt being out is a whole lot bigger of a trade though.
through.
But, oh,
Fortunately,
everything's going back and forth now.
Yeah, Tyler did get a couple, but gonna be a point for Skyco. Bit of a staggered support line here. Maybe Freaks can take advantage of this, but they got the Lucio, so probably won't be as close as they want.
Ooh, what a spinny from EMP. That was a good one.
Here we go. They're gonna flank? No, they're gonna split again? They're gonna split
Wait,
again. Hazard
but
going on the
right
outside
here?
this side.
Boop.
Ooh!
No, Lucio wasn't ready for it. Regardless, it's not looking great.
Yeah.
We have inbone field out. Hog is full health.
Yeah, Seer and Tyler splitting the kills there. Nice little point flip for Freaks. And yeah, this is looking really good. Now that they're set up on point, the Hog is going to have a much easier time.
Yeah. Reinhardt goes for a charge. He's just dead instantaneously.
Yeah, bit of a wide wrapper around. Probably trying to avoid poke from the ram, but they aren't really taking space, so...
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
that's
not
a
really
line.
seeing a. Wow.
Yeah,
Not-
there's the Roadhog in action. Oh, here comes
Oh.
High Noon. Flips
What you
point
doing,
just from
somebody?
a High Noon and a Ragdoll. And Sears kind of by himself gets the vape. Oxford walking right backwards into the point. Has it on the back. Oxford does actually get a trade there.
I mean,
Oh, but here's Annihilation.
admittedly,
Oh,
pretty.
Death wasn't
Whoa,
respond, but
whoa,
the Hog pushes him off.
what a counter!
What a well-timed counter. That was Sage has his life there.
Man,
That is wild.
get out of the. We don't need cowboys saying high noon when we have a draw that fast from Roadhog.
Since the tier does a little 360 and just lets... Oh, there we go. Lets the EMP die, and that's gonna be... Yeah, that's gonna force Skyco to back off, and Freaks now has point advantage. But they do have ult advantage. They have 3 ults ready, and Freaks only has 2. Oh, and we're using Overclock.
So goofy.
Yeah, that's an Overclock
Yeah.
of all time.
I mean, damage boosted shatter. I can see the bots accidentally doing that.
Yeah.
There's
oh,
the shatter.
Shatter hits the shield.
And then the window. Man, I was so close. There's Blade.
Oh,
There's
Blade gets
Beat.
pinned. Nice. And now it's just gonna be
Alright, well,
clean
that's
up.
all ults just cleared in a matter of seconds, though. And cleaning up point.
Yeah, there we go. Point flips 90% for Freaks.
Yeah.
Still got the rush too. Nothing to respond for Skycode. So I can see, especially if Seer can keep getting these early picks. EMP's been very aggressive with the dives, which hasn't worked out as well when you have, you know, the CC from Roadhog.
Yeah.
So
It's like repulsor, hook, like the one tap combo. You're
yeah.
dead. Matter of milliseconds.
That's a taking
However,
charge.
it is noted that the hog hooks aren't very aggressive. Like it.
Yeah. A trade here.
Oh,
Here's the High Noon.
oh, that'll keep dead people
Yep.
back.
Forces off
Bots
point.
are
Oh!
deathly allergic to high noon.
They're gonna have to touch very quickly though. Very quickly.
Come on, hog.
Very quickly.
Tyler
Very
has
quickly.
to just
Very quickly.
boost.
Oh my
Tyler!
gosh, he just barely touches it.
Incredible. And everything
there's-
gets dumped now.
Yesterday
It's
Rush
now
goes
or
out.
never. However,
There's the whole
there
hog.
is
He
one
pushes.
ult.
Oh, he almost pushes him off point. Oh, but he just gets taken
Oh,
down.
Seer does go. Wow.
Yeah, EMP
Quite the
charges
sustain.
off point, but unfortunately, and there's the beat to ensure it. Woo! Very fast map there.
I really thought they would turn that around.
Yeah, it looked like they had advantage there, but unfortunately not. Yeah, I mean, the whole hog nearly took what's it called?
Yeah.
The ram off point there. That would have been a very nice pick, but unfortunately, I mean, even though, because yeah, if EMP charged off the map there, you forced the ram off point with whole hog, and that would have been an easy fight win. But yeah, unfortunately, it didn't work out. It's gonna be 2-1 now. Sky Code is 1 point away from winning the series. Yeah, any other thoughts on that?
It you want to bet Freaks is gonna win the next one. It's just
This
back
is gonna
and
go back
forth,
and forth,
back
back and
and
forth.
forth.
Yeah. I
This is
wouldn't be
why we can't
surprised.
implement like ties or draws. We'll just
Yeah.
end up drawing times 60. We'll be here all week.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Blizzard World is the next map, it looks like. I'll be very curious to see how Freaks plays this, especially if they want to keep with the comp that they've had. This is gonna be really interesting, I think. Because Ram's good on this map, but Roadhog is gonna struggle a lot on second point. So we'll see. Freaks are gonna be on the attack first as well. So yeah, very interesting map pick. We'll see what happens. We'll see EMP carry. I mean, he's definitely been getting a lot of these early picks. But that's the second map on Lijiang. He did struggle a bit. I think the Roadhog was just really hard to deal with. Sort of cancels a lot of his dives. Yeah, heading straight into Blizzard World. Freaks on the attack, match point for Skycode. And we're seeing Roadhog Ram again for Freaks. And Tracer Soj as well. Curious. Pretty much the same, bit of a support swap. Kiri instead of Lucio. For Skycode here.
Wait, quite realistic.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good comp here from Skycode. Pretty well put together.
Say defined techno polka. You young people have no culture at all.
Looks like they're not gonna hold around statue. They're just gonna kind of poke on left side point. Very interesting.
Would be a shame if they just went the other side.
The other side, yeah. Yep.
Especially with a Tracer and Sojourn on DPS. Just very solid mobility.
So they're gonna bait the charge. There's the vortex, and yep, they're gonna go the other side.
Who would have guessed? Ooh, solid.
Nice pin there. A lot of damage. Oh, but EMP is so low. Immortality field saving him right now.
Perfect immortality field.
Like frame perfect.
Skier can only use 10 man. Yeah, okay. And Clockwork goes in. He's
very
gonna
brave.
believe.
Unfortunately, it staggers a bit, but looking good for Skycode here on Freaks map pick too. They really gotta tighten up here. I mean, big ult advantage right now for Skycode. So, yeah, not looking amazing. They really gotta utilize the Roadhog more and bait the charges because they just play right into EMP there. Looks like they're gonna go right side, and there's the ooh, nice sleep.
Would have been a good sleep if not immediately woken up.
And yeah, again,
Of course, EMP
roll.
did miss the charge there though, but hits an impeccable fire strike. And Tin Man is John. You good, Tin Man? Go back to spawn.
He's okay.
Cool.
Look, a bit of a
No, he doesn't.
No,
they
he
never
doesn't.
need to go
He
back
is
to spawn.
brave. Brave little boy. I believe in you. Oh, what a recall.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait,
Is
he? Oh. Yeah. 5v6 here for Freaks. Not ideal. Probably just gonna try and force ults. There's the damage window.
with the damage window
Oh,
out.
with the high noon. Shatter
Damage.
misses.
Oh, Ramatra could never possibly be more dead there. Man.
I mean,
What an
3
ult
ults
combo.
out for Skycode. Definitely would be good if Freaks also had ultimates used, but they aren't even close right now. Probably gonna have to pulse bomb first, but that's just the nature of Tracer. Yeah.
We see
Re-
a
reset.
regroup here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No early picks, thankfully. Haza leading the charge once again. There's the shield. Ooh, the pin misses.
That could have been so bad if that hit Ona.
Did you get
But
ragdoll?
thanks to
EMP's
the
low and by
anti,
himself.
we've already got EMP so low.
Are they just gonna back off from this? Maybe? Just like a bit of a regroup, like
There,
stabling?
misses the hook. It's rough.
Oh, Blossom goes out a
Crazy
bit
ult
too
from
early.
Opera.
Oh, there's the pulse bomb.
Pulse gets
Oh,
nothing.
here comes Whole Hog. Oh, forcing the
I mean-
Annihilation back. Turns the EMP. Oh, here's the nanoed Whole Hog.
Whole Hog
Ooh.
could be so ridiculously stupid here if you can get him over the dock thing.
Yeah.
You know, whatever the building that cart is on. Everyone in the water. Ridiculous.
Really nice. Yeah. Good ult usage there. I mean, you only use 3 ults. So not too bad comparatively. Oh, I think the key thing there was using the Whole Hog to force the tanks to split up. EMP goes right into the DPS, and then the Annihilation just doesn't get any value. And here we go, really early
Speaking of
overclock here
ults.
from Tyler. Kitsune in response, big shatter.
Oh,
Big
but with
shatter.
the beat
Ooh,
to
beat.
follow up.
Ooh, EMP pins, has it out of the way, Annihilation cancelled. This is just gonna be cleanup most likely. Oh, here comes the Deadeye. He's gotta seal the deal. Or not. EMP is very far back. Tin Man's just sort of in at the beginning here? What's Tin Man doing? He's going back to spawn?
He's not very smart.
Tin Man's struggling today. Yeah, gonna be big team fight. Ooh!
What a
Clockwork boops EMP off the map.
Oh, God.
What a boob. And here comes the damage window. Seer's gonna struggle with this. Uses all his vape to survive, but he doesn't have any support. He's all by himself. Misses the hook. Here comes the Blossom through the window. Unfortunately, he doesn't
Crazy.
pick anyone. Able to disengage from that. Opera forcing Hazza back. And Seer's back as well. He's got the Whole Hog. Is he gonna use it? He's gonna use it. Vapes just to stay alive. Forcing Opera off point. Opera goes down, and it's just Interrupt over there. Blocking everything. There we go. Interrupt gets staggered, but he does have Annihilation. No beat quite yet to respond with. Gonna continue pushing here. And there's a pulse bomb.
Crazy pulse bomb.
She sure got that rock. Okay. Ooh, is EMP gonna go in without his team? He might go for an early pin here. Hope we can get traded, I guess. Only a nano to respond with here. 4 freaks. There's the nano onto Hog.
Good trade ups, but Hazza. Oh, what?
Ooh,
A trading.
a lot of trading.
Oh,
EMP
and
misses.
shatter on
Or-
absolutely nothing.
I think he was going for a bit of a 360 shatter, but only did a 180. Yeah, EMP missing that is huge. Zombardier goes down. EMP's all by
This
himself.
is gonna be tight.
Gonna have to brawl. Oh, it misses the pin. It's just EMP against. Oh, Wisp comes back.
Come on, Oxford, I believe.
Oh, gets trapped in a tiny room
There's
with
a hook.
Roadhog.
EMP low.
There's the
There
beat.
we go. That's what we need right now. Especially with the
Interrupt gets
repulsor.
focused.
Interrupt goes out. And the immortality field misses.
Ooh, Wisp takes
You
out
cannot
Seer.
leave point right now, though. It is too close.
They're all just trying to die on point. Opera goes down to a overclock. What a 360 from Tyler.
Oh
that
no,
was
I don't force
insane.
people back. They're stupid.
No way.
They're too stupid. What?
Zombardier uses High Noon to force him off at C9. What just happened? What just happened? That checkpoint was in the bag, and they get forced off with the High Noon. Oh my goodness. That is wild.
That's happened like what, 2, 3 times in the past hour.
Yeah, that has happened so much. I mean, Cass is almost worth it just for that, forcing the bots to C9. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so somehow Skycode clutches that up. They should not have won. I mean, Tyler with the overclock took out the remaining members, but somehow Zombardier was able to get on point and clutch it up with the high noon. So good
He didn't
play
even
from
get on
them.
point. He was around the corner.
Yeah. Okay, no comp changes. Both are feeling pretty confident. Imagine freaks are, you know, a little disappointed in what just happened, but let's see what the play is here.
The exact same
It's the
play.
exact
Who
same
wants to
thing.
bet they're going right?
Yep. Pretty good bot play here. Just all stack up on this one little corridor. But
Instead of the choke point, like 5 feet away.
yeah. See, looking at the stats here, we can see that pretty even. I mean, once again, Oxford is struggling a bit with the heals, but the utility is probably worth it there. I mean, there we go. The sleep going for a pin on Seer. Oh, Seer's very low. Gonna have to use all his bait, but EMP is just too far in right now.
It's even funnier if you look at Sears healing.
Yeah, Seer's got a nice 3,900 healing. That's gonna be
Probably about to be 4K here.
quick, clean team fight from Freaks. Very nice.
Yeah, I think they'll be able to defend a lot stronger, especially with the Roadhog being able to pick out anyone who goes around the corner.
Yeah, he can hold these corners super well. Especially being able to hook EMP into the team and just focus them down real quick. That has been instrumental in countering the Rhine. And what's Skygo gonna do? Are they gonna go right again? Oh, EMP going for a charge, gets slept.
Ooh.
Suzu to anti, all sorts of abilities going out right now.
Seeing a pretty strong focus on interrupt here, of course. Opera is low there.
Oh, there
Hooked,
goes the pulse bomb.
down. Pulse bomb wasted there.
Yeah, pulse bomb doesn't find the stick, but
But that's
another
because
team
everyone
fight
was
won.
already dead. So
Yeah,
okay.
it works out. Again, no deaths. Got the nano and the whole hog ready. Also beat too. So
Hopefully they'll be fine.
yeah.
Watch them Ajax, Nano Jax,
Yeah.
Hog Jax.
Hog jacks. Yeah. No ults quite yet, except maybe damage window for Sky Code.
Oh.
But EMP goes in way too deep once again. Here
Still.
comes everything. Got the beat out, but isn't enough to keep Seer alive, actually. He just kind of W keys. Interrupt's gonna have a bit more freedom here, but
Goes down. The
here
damage
comes
field,
the
though,
damage
that's
window.
gonna be death. Another
Blossom.
terrible Death Blossom. Oh no.
here's
Oh my god.
Big Deadeye
Oh my
gets two. Cool, Zombardier.
They just don't know what to do. As soon as they hear it's high noon, it's over.
That is a bit faster than Freaks, so decent time bank here. About just under 4 minutes. I think Zombardier is kind of looking like MVP here. These high noons have been very big.
They've been
I mean-
psychologically devastating. They don't even need to get kills.
I mean, yeah. He's got what? 25-5, not too bad. Big shatter!
Cinema.
Big-
That's
Big
my
into
kind
the
of shatter.
wall. Here comes a Kitsune
And here we
rush.
see
with the
Kitsune rush
Annihilation.
at
Overclock also coming out here. But unfortunately,
Kitsune
it's a bit
rush.
too late. Not finding the picks he needs. Yeah, the Kitsune with the Annihilation is just too much. And this is getting dangerously close. A lot of ults traded on both sides for that fight. Looks like we're going to have a pulse bomb, but that's about it for free. It's going to be pretty neutral otherwise. Hopefully, gonna try and get a stick, you know, on the Cassidy. Will probably be his best bet. Okay, here we go. Final fight. Sleep does hit Zombardier. That's Suzu out early. Oh, this pulse misses. Oh, but Seer gets Wisp. Interrupts traded. Oh, it's looking good for Freaks right now.
Rams down. On
Oh,
Oxford
Seer's gotta
out.
try and stay alive. Here comes the beat.
EMP
Big
holding on
beat.
by a thread. Up against Seer, it's amazing he survived that encounter.
Yeah, that is
That's just
crazy. EMP,
stands there.
considering with the retake, is he gonna go for it?
He just stood there to
Yes.
passively regenerate right next to a health kit. That's crazy.
Goes for the pen, but unfortunately, 1v5 doesn't work out quite well for EMP. So you got a question here. Would Diva Bomb make the AI run away like High Noon? I don't know, actually. Because we don't have the Diva bot. Bots can't play Diva, so I don't know. I'd have to test it as a player. I don't think so, though. I think they just look at
based
it.
on our experience there.
Yeah, you can get a very easy
smart.
5k. Okay. Here's the retake. Got Shatter coming up. Oh, big pin! Yeah, gets Seer
Would it
out.
be possible they hold closer here though?
Maybe, yeah. But
that's
it's
not good,
already
though.
over. 360 Shatter misses.
Crazy Shatter.
Well,
180 Shatter.
It's just Tyler. Oh,
No,
Tyler
no.
Tin Man go down, and that's going to be dead positive for victory. And Skycode wins 3-1. I mean, Freaks put up a good fight. I'll give them that. But just wasn't enough in the end. Yeah, really, really close games there. I think Freaks did remarkably well. But I mean, they did have the more experienced players, so they had an advantage going into that. You know, you had Tyler, you had Clockwork, Oxford. I mean, who would you say was the issue for Freaks? Who was diffing?
I'm thinking Oxford a bit. If
Yeah.
I had to say someone.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, based on the stats that we looked at, it definitely seemed like Oxford was struggling a bit. I mean, the sleeps were good, but there weren't a lot of good antes, honestly.
Yeah.
So
And usually it was very soloed out antis,
yeah,
where of course a teammate getting in the way, so no one actually
yeah,
gets anti.
right. Yeah, so yeah, interesting games there. I mean, I think the ultimates are being used a lot more, despite a few weird ones. We'll have to work out some bugs there, but otherwise, I think that's it for the Overwatch Bot League Day 2. We take a look at the bracket before we go. Yeah, so Skycode's gonna be moving on, and next we're gonna have Synth Lotus versus Duckling Crossing. That will maybe be tomorrow, maybe later. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, and this is a European region, by the way. So Synth Lotus versus Duckling Crossing will be the last European game. And then after that, we'll move into the Asian region, where we're going to see some very interesting games, I think, because Team Iris is coming back.
Oh yeah.
The, very, very good team. You got Sunset, Shangxi, Avalanche, Dragoon, Bloom, all the goats there. And I'm curious to see what
One
these
of
other...
the only teams to beat Blue in a
Yeah,
way that wasn't super scummy.
yeah, they were, yeah. I mean, their comps are just really good. Like, it takes them a few matches to, like, find out what their comp is, but once they get there, they are locked in. So, and also, to note, Salty Ramen also has Mitoki, who was on Starbright, who won the minor league, tournament. So,
Yes, yes.
will be interesting to see that as well. But that's all for us. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow us on Twitch so we can hit 50 followers, and subscribe to the YouTube. And hope you all enjoyed. We'll see you guys next time.
Farewell.